You are that person. You're not employed. You're looking at how can I build wealth. Sometimes people come talk to us. They want you to invest. But look at yourself. You feel like, I don't have employment. How do you expect me to build my wealth? My name is Priscilla, and this is Investor 360, where investment is simplified and be able to break down on how be able to use our finances. So today, the question that we want to look at, is it possible for us to invest even when we are not in employment? That's the question that we want to answer today. And for us to be able to answer this question, I'd like to ask ourselves a question. Why do you find someone working for 30 years, employed in a good institution or in a good company, but then this person works for that years and he leaves that company broke, even broker than he was before? That's the question that we want to look at. If employment was the only one way for someone to lead himself or herself to financial freedom, then why are people working for all this period? By the end of the day, they get out of a company broke. So that means it's an answer to us that employment is one way for someone to lead financial freedom or to wealth, but is not the only way. There are other ways. Now let's look at someone. Maybe you have been out, you have never been employed before, and then you are wondering, how can I build myself so that I'll be able to get rich or be able to be financially free? So what can we do? For instance, let's look at this example. Let's look at that border person who is waking up at 5 in the morning and sleeps at around 10. This person is able to make around 1,500 to 3,000 in a good day. And if this person decides, you know what, out of this 1,500 I'm making, let me get, maybe let's talk about even 500 shillings on a daily basis. Put it in an investment. For instance, let's talk about maybe putting it in a money market fund. So look at 500 shillings per month, per day. Per week, how much will it be? That's around 2,500. What about a month? It will be something more than that. So there's power of compounding interest. If this person, maybe let's talk about, is a risk-averse person, so the only safer place this person can put money is a money market fund. There are those people who are also able to buy shares. Let's look at, maybe you're getting on a daily basis. This person buys shares, cheaper shares of, maybe, I'm not saying that when they are cheap, they are good shares. No, but I'm trying to say, maybe you look at it, I want to make like 100 shares. Let's talk about, maybe you want to buy shares from Kenya Reinsurance. One is going for 3.7. So 500 shillings, this person will be able to have around how many shares? Maybe 150 to 200 and 200 shares. So this person decides to buy these shares on a daily basis. From the 500, from the 1,500 or 3,000 this person is making on a daily basis, it takes only 500 shillings for him or her to buy shares. Let's look at it after a month. How much will it be? Just do that maths with me. I don't want to do it. I just want you to do it yourself so that you'll be able to do what? You'll be able to trigger your mind so that you'll be able to think outside the box. Let's forget about a person. Let's now come to Mama Mboga, who wakes up every morning at around 5, gets to town, buys shares, not really, buys vegetables, comes, sells them between 800 and 1,000 shillings per day. Out of this person maybe say, I want to invest only 200 shillings. With 200 shillings, you can get cheaper shares around 100 shares, depending on how much is the price. Let's look at this person doing on how much on a daily basis. How much will it amount to at the end of the month? How about a year? Just do the maths. So let's not complain and say, you know what, the reason as why I'm not able to build my wealth, it's because I'm not employed. People are, not everyone is employed. Not all the rich people started by being employed. They started somewhere. Maybe this person was never employed, but decided, you know what, I need to cultivate a culture whereby I'm doing this on a daily basis. If this translates on a daily, from a day, month, even a year, this person, by the time this person gets to 30, he will be having a lot of money. Let's look at someone, maybe you are employed and you don't want to spend a lot of money to save. Let's talk about, maybe you're doing 2,500 what? 2,500 in a month. This person, by the time this person will be 30 years from now, this person will have saved how much? Let's look at how much you get out of compounding interest. Something around, if you can be able to say maybe you are doing it at a rate of 13%, just do the maths. And then you calculate it for how many years? For 30 years. You see how much this person will have compounded. So that's why I'm here to encourage you today. Let's not maybe shy away from investing because you're not employed. It's not a must for you to be employed for you to invest. You can do other things. People are doing what you call shipping. Someone drops some things to items to people and is getting commissions on that. And these people are investing this money. Why are we not investing? This is a question I want us to ask ourselves. Let's look at yourself. This time maybe you're in employment for the next, I'm telling you, for the next 30 what? For the next 30 years. After 30 years, you'll be retired. You'll be out of employed. How are you going to survive? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. If this job goes away from me today, how am I going to survive? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Some people tell us, you know what, my children will take care of me. But that's not the thing. We have seen children who have been raised, but they're not able to take care of their families. And that's why I want us to look at ourselves. How is my future self going to look like after my 30 years in employment, after my 30 years in business? How is my life going to be like? You need to be sympathized with yourself. Look at yourself after 30 years from now, from the time you do what? From the time that you get out of employment, how are you going to survive? And that's why we need to take care of our future self, that we need to invest in income generating vehicles, so that when you will not be in employment, when you will not be in business, or when you will not have energy for us to do what? To serve our businesses, whatever that we had invested will be able to help. And I want to finish this discussion by saying, you know what? Ask yourself this question. If your money is not going to work for you while you are sleeping, you'll not be able to get out of a rat race. A rat race is whereby you're living from paycheck to paycheck, from business income to business income, that you can't survive without. So the only thing that we want to see, how can we make our money work for us? If we're able to answer this question, then our future self is guaranteed. Thank you so much. Maybe you're that person who's wondering, where do I start? How do I start? This is for you. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. There is a number on my bio. Just pick that number. You can reach out and be able to grow together as we empower ourselves and empower the community. You know, when the community is empowered, the country is empowered. So thank you so much. I'm looking for another engagement like this. Peace.